Going to be talking about in this video would be highly associated show. I told her I have so much more important things that I have to do in my life instead of staying here for how many more weeks. Things that I'm going to be talking about in this video would be highly associated to the reason why I was so happy that I got eliminated in that show. Usually when I film this kind of video I would have these bunch of cue cards, but today I don't have anything. And the reason for that is because I want to have real human moments with you guys where I just talk about things that I want to talk about. I want to start off with the reason why I went to idol school in the first place. And I know it's already there in the news that those 3,000 people who actually auditioned for that show and who went to the audition venue was just a set-off. I know that it's already apparent that only 4 out of 41 contestants in idol school went to the audition venue. You guys are probably wondering if I was one of those 4 people, and no, I didn't even know there was such a thing. For me, going to idol school was just, I don't want to say this, but it was an opportunity given to me. I thought idol school was a reality show. And what I mean by reality show is that it's real. It's like a documentary. You just document what is happening. You're not trying to eliminate anyone. It's not a survival program where you have to survive until the end and you get to debut. No. My parents gave me the permission to go to idol school because of this premise that idol school was a reality show. Aside from the category where idol school belonged in, there are so many things that I didn't know that was going to happen before I went to idol school. So now I'd like to state the reasons why I was so disappointed when I went to idol school, or why I felt that sense of betrayal. I want to take Hey Nani's Instagram post as a reference to this because she already mentioned lots of information regarding the show. And first, as Hey Nani said, we don't know if the votes are manipulated. After my experience of shooting in idol school for about a month, before they announced that there is going to be an elimination, I realized so many things which made me confront the Mnet writer and beg her to eliminate me the first round. I asked her if she could eliminate me. I knew after about a month that I was just kind of like a prop of that show. I told her I have so much more important things that I have to do in my life instead of staying here for how many more weeks. And it turns out after I got eliminated, I had a conversation with my dad and he said that he also begged for my elimination to the writer. Here I'm not saying that that is the reason why I was the first one who got eliminated, but I just want to state it. Aside from the fact that there is going to be an elimination, I also did not know that my phone was going to be confiscated and my contact with the outside world would cease. My family and my friends asked me if they would still be able to contact me while I am filming the show, and I said yeah, because they said so. But the moment I went there, my phone was confiscated. It was put in the Ziploc bag and I never saw my phone since then for 2 months. It was also mentioned in the news that the diet in idol school was just hectic. That's why it's mentioned that some of the students who got to go to their school bought like chocolate bars and snacks and hid it in their underwear or bra so they could bring it in. At first, when they started doing that, they did not check their bag or anything, but once the managers figured out that they were buying snacks from their school, they started checking their body. That act, if I think about it now, is violating human rights. I myself even have an episode. I asked one of the students who went to school and I gave her my credit card, please buy me 50 chocolate bars. I did it. Yes, I did it. And I would eat it alone in toilet, sitting on the toilet. And there's this one episode that I really thought was unreasonable. There was a time when they thought, when I say they, it's the staff in the company, CJENF, they thought that we were getting fat, so we started weighing our weight every week. And I don't quite remember if it was 1 or 2 kilograms. I think it was 1. So if you gain 1 kilogram of weight, then you only get to eat one piece of something, one piece of food in the canteen when you eat breakfast, lunch and dinner. But in the contrary, if you lose 1 kilogram of weight, then you get to go to the food snack shop in the town. And this rule for me was so unreasonable because there was this contestant who had exactly the same height as me and her weight was like 53 kilogram, 54 kilogram, and she lost 1 kilogram of weight, so she became, let's say, 52 kilogram, and she goes to get to the snack shop and buy something that she want to eat. And me, I gained 1 kilogram of weight and I got to eat 1 piece of French fry. I got to eat 1 piece of meat, and that was just really like, wow, this is just out of the world. Another inhumane moment that I can remember right now is when we had the interview. So I don't know if you're aware of that, but in a bunch of Mnet's show there was this clip where you interview the contestant. And I know there are rising controversies where you only use like a single word that a contestant said in a different context that he or she said and make that person evil. By being interviewed by one of the writers of Mnet, I realized that this is just so dangerous. I remember the average time that each student get to interview was 1 hour or 2 hours or even sometimes 5 hours. And basically what the writers were trying to do or what they were trying to pull off from me was something that they wanted to hear. An example that I could remember was the time when I just got eliminated and I got this chance to interview. So the writer asked me, so how do you feel about this elimination? And I said, I am truly happy. And the writer goes, oh, come on. You are frustrating me until the very last moment. Because every time I did the interviews, I was just so frank. I would say whatever was in my mind. I mean, you said it's a reality show where we're supposed to be like this 40 beautiful, you know, when I say beautiful, not just beautiful on the outside, but beautiful in the inside. And we all gather together, we share the same passion and dream. That setting is already so interesting, isn't it? As Haydani mentioned, it was like a drama, really. It was like a drama. There were times when we had to look at a blank screen and react. There was a time when we had to answer to our teacher, okay teacher, when he wasn't actually there. And I want to say I'm okay with that. It's just technical difficulties, right? What I did not appreciate is that they call this show a reality show. Why don't you call this show a drama? By claiming so, you are already fooling the audience. For me, idol school is just this tragic mirror of this world of media. This world where everything just became a show-off. You just do something for the sake of showing it to someone. About the whole contract issue with the CJENM, where people already signed the contract even before the show or signed the contract while doing the show or whatever. Yes, I mean, I was also I guess I was wise enough not to sign a contract with them, looking at what the other people who did went through. During the time when I was begging the Mnet writer if she could eliminate me, I told her, Why do I have to smile in front of the camera when I don't want to smile? Why do I have to react to other people dancing and singing if I don't want to react? Her answer was, because maybe the audience will like you if you smile in the camera. Maybe that was true during the time, but now I don't think so. The audience are wise enough to distinguish what's real and what's not. These are the reasons why I wanted to get eliminated. The reasons why I, with an assurance, quit my whole journey to be a K-pop idol. I just want to give a little bit of a message to those people who aspire to be a K-pop star. I realized that this world where I was once in does not go around in a way that I imagined it to be. Of course, the common mistake is that I just think that, you know what, I just have to do my best. I just have to be enthusiastic, I have to be passionate, and it will just come to me. Maybe that is true in different fields out there, but not in the K-pop world. Depending on the decision of the people who are in the higher position than you could be seen as a totally different person. Or in this particular show, you might not even be seen. Just like me. The people of CJ&M or Mnet claimed that they care about equality, they care about fairness, and they said it with such a loud voice. But what is it that I experienced? You should not just take in what you merely see. Try to see through what's behind there. Of course, not all K-pop artists go through this whole dark thoughts. A good example that I could give is BTS. And I think they are an exemplary K-pop artist who could bring some kind of revolution in the K-pop industry. In there, I don't know why this whole distinction between the strong and the weak is just so explicit. I know it's really sad and that kind of distinction is probably present everywhere, but I just want to bring this kind of awareness that that's not how it should be. There's no such thing as the strong and the weak, right? Anyways, before I come to the conclusion, I would just like to mention Hae Noni's courage, because she's the one who kind of started this. In this world of media, in this age of materialism, probably this kind of issue or this kind of affair is so natural. But I guess by letting this happen, we are just losing that human aspect in us. I am not trying to put anyone down, because I am disappointed and me alone is enough. With this heightened level of consciousness, I hope we can bring some kind of revolution in the whole K-pop industry. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know that was a bit saddening, but I still hope you did. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.